Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back at my cider table with some more cider to try. And I've been to France. I was in France, I was in the Loire Valley, which is fantastic. Wine, amazing, cheese, I love cheese, cheesemonger, 30 years. But on the way to Loire, we stopped in Normandy for a couple of days. Very close to some cider makers. One was Maison, oh gosh, Maison something or other, I can't remember, it was with a D. Eric Baudelaire was another one, very famous cider maker. And this tiny producer, Michel Breton, there you go, Michel Breton. So this two elderly folks were there, basically the cider maker and his wife. I think it's their own orchards, they're 100% organic, standard orchards, from what I can gather, wild yeast, etc, etc. Yeah, so we're looking forward to trying this. This is their Cidre Rosé. So Rosé would normally, you'd not expect a bit more of a rosé colour. This looks more amber. This looks like a standard sort of cider colour to me. So rosé, usually either sort of they use wine skins, which is how you'd make a rosé wine traditionally. Usually you'd leave it on the red skins, and that would bring that pink colour, that pink hue to the juice, because grape juice is white, irrespective of what colour grape it comes out of. It's leaving it on the skins that gets you the colour, extracting the colour and the tannins from the skins. But for rosé cider, you can do that, or you can co-ferment with like berries and things like that, or there's all sorts of things you can do to get that rosé colour, or you can get certain apples with like pink flesh and do it that way. But this is rosé, but I mean, it's not rosé, is it? But let's not hold that against it. One assumes this is going to be, I don't know if it's keeved, it's 3.5%, so I'm going to assume it's keeved. What I think that they've probably done is used what sort of, use some eating apples in it or something like that. That's what I'm going to assume. I don't know. Anyway, let's open it and try it. It's quite cold. I put it in the freezer to shut it down, left it a bit longer than I should have. Wait, this cork's going to fly out, I can see. Bang. Boom, look at that. Smoking gun. That was a good one. That was a great pop. And it didn't go everywhere, which is fab. Pour it into the glass. So I'm using this Riedel glass, which is actually for sparkling wine. So it's perfect for this. Nice head on that. Lovely mousse. This is hazy. Some of that is condensation in the bottle, but it is actually obviously unfiltered and hazy. So normally one assumes, you know, keeved. At 3.5%, it's got to be keeved. It's got to be keeved. So it seems quite a lot of residual sugar in this at 3.5%. But one also expects to be a bit of acidity if they're using like not just bittersweets, using more eating apples and so forth. I don't know. All guesstimations basically. But I think I smell it already. Let's smell it. It's too cold. It's too cold, but no matter. Let's smell it. Smells fab. Smells like a keeved cider. It's got that baked sort of apple pastry element to it on the nose, which is, I mean, the best thing about keeved cider, one of the best things about keeved cider. The other thing is the natural sugars that make it sweet. It's not sweet end, it's just non-fermented sugars in there that give it sweetness. So it's natural sugar from the fruit itself. Lovely nose, that. Really good. That is like a really good apple pastry from like fresh, you know, in a boulangerie somewhere in France. That's what that smells like. Just fab. Butter, brown sugar, baked apple, all that stuff. All that stuff. Not quite as dark as a tartin sort of character, but smells totally French and totally wonderful. Let's try it. The bubbles are flipping brilliant. They're great. The mousse on that is wonderful. Just filled my whole mouth. It's great. This does have some sugar. It does have some sugar, but it's gorgeous sugar. It's sweet, but it's not sickly sweet at all. It's like drinking that apple tart I was just describing. It's wonderful. This is, I mean, it says Cidre Rosé, and technically I'd say this isn't a Cidre Rosé, because it sort of has to be pink to qualify as a Cidre Rosé. I mean, Rosé means pink in French. But holy cow, that is a delicious cider. Oh, tell you what, if people think they know cider, if you gave them this, it would completely change their idea of what cider is. That is super cold, and despite being super cold, it is super delicious. Low tannin, super low tannin. So very little tannin on the front or the back, and very little astringency whatsoever. So I'm going to assume that they didn't use a lot of bitter sweets in this. I'm going to assume they use like sweets and maybe sharps, low tannin apples, but the acidity is really low as well. I wonder if they just used some sort of dessert apple for this, or maybe just a few bitter sweets mixed in, because it's super low tannin, but absolutely gorgeous. It's like a honeyed character coming through as well. On the nose, on the palate. Oh yeah, here's a slightly yeasty thing as well, which has made me think of that pastry. I mean, that is really good. That I could drink an awful lot of that. That is absolutely fab. And they're a tiny producer. I had to drive to their sort of farm to get it. But this is the farm here. I pulled into the farm. There was a door open. It was someone's like kitchen and dining room, like really old sort of. A French lady sat there, just, I don't know, doing a crossword or something. She came out to help me. I post a picture. I'll post some pictures because I took some photographs just so you get some ideas of it. But that, I'm sorry, but that is absolutely superb, and I love it. Holy cow, I wish I could sell that. I'd love to get some of that in stock. That has really opened my eyes. That is a great cider. I love it, but I have a sweet tooth. If you don't like sweet cider, do not drink this. If you do like a bit of sugar, this is great, you know. And this is what most industrial cider is, about the same level of sweetness, but so much more delicious. So much more delicious than that. Wow, that is great. Well, there you go, guys. How about that for my first cider from France for this trip, for a film. What a great start. The rest have got a lot to live up to. Well, thank you for joining me at my cider table. I hope you join me again. Until that time, cheers.